When we had last left the Sentinel, they had finally arrived in a brand spanking new universe that was, as it turned out, a little bit different than what you might be accustomed to. Indeed, this time, upon arriving at the lodge belonging to Constellation, they met with none other than Andresia, who was surrounded by an envoy of a whole bunch super kitted out House Rune zealots, and they were mad as hell and decided to attack instantly and immediately. It was then that they also found out that all the rest of Constellation suffered a similar fate, but thankfully the Sentinel was able to prevail against this super evil version of Andresia, and they took her clothes and gave it to some lady that they found in a bar. Now it was time to continue their adventures in this strange new universe. This is Starfield. Welcome back. Zoop, zoop, zoop. There we are. Now also, although this is Andresia 2, a lot of folks wrote in that, in truth, who I may enjoy more than this and, well, who may be way more fitting to sort of the idea, the impetus behind the character, is this Simeon guy, right? The former weapons tester, who I thought perhaps would have an arc where they turned a new leaf. Maybe not so much. Maybe they're actually more fitted to the role than one would think. And in truth, actually, Marika, not only being former Freestar, but apparently didn't enjoy it, right? Which was a big reason for her leaving. So,
any news to share?
Let's see. You can return to your post now.
Thanks for all the adventures. You know where to find me if you change your mind.
Okay, good. And then, I do actually want you on the ship. There we are. Oh, you're already there automatically. Fantastic. Okay. How much money do I have? Do I have enough to hire Simeon as well? 8.6k. Maybe I do. Maybe I do. Let's go find out. It's a brand new universe, full of opportunity, full of possibility, full of wonder, full of violence. Actually, full of violence, as it turns out. Let's see, over here. Hey, Simeon, look at this. He's already ready.
You picked a good day to drop by. Bartender's making them strong today. You in town for business?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
You're with Constellation? Damn.
I've heard this.
Seems like we have that in common. Personally, I'm here looking for work.
Okay, well, today's your lucky day. I'm looking for people to join my crew. I wish I could help, but I don't have any openings on my crew. What kind of skills are you peddling? Masked employs weapons testers? I'm guessing you're planning on becoming a bartender? Masked employs weapons testers?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of us. There's a whole branch of masked scientific wing called DRIP. That's dedicated to developing new weapons for the UC military.
Okay. What kind of skills are you peddling? Is this literally the first and only time I've heard of DRIP? How is it that I've been... Gentle viewer, how is it that I've been dripless for this entire playthrough until now? What kind of skills are you peddling?
I'm billing myself as a weapons expert, sniper tech specifically. Most travelers like having someone on their crew who's good with firearms. The settled systems are no picnic.
Okay, well, sure, today's your lucky day.
Well, I'll be damned. What a coincidence. Working on a ship sounds perfect. I was hoping my next job would get me out of the city. What's your offer?
Oh my god! 16,500? Sorry, I don't have that many credits right now. Would you consider working for less than the standard rate? You know, I don't think this is gonna work out after all. Would you consider working for less?
I'm a reasonable guy, but that's just too low.
Well, sorry, I don't have that much money.
All right. I'll look elsewhere then. If you change your mind, you can find me here.
It's not a matter of changing my mind, it's a matter of I don't have money. I just got here, so to speak. Okay. Let's see, how should we go about this. Where can I go and sell off some of my data now? Can't I go for real down to like the well, right? Can't I do that? Let's see. Wasn't that a place I could pawn off my extra scan data? Let me go double check this real fast. Okay. Down here. Let's go to the well. Lovely. Okay. Great. And then... Hello? Wasn't it at the Trade Authority? God, I don't remember if it was here. Okay.
Wish that bartender at the viewport would stop complaining to security. I don't know what she lost, but she
Where
won't
is
get
the
it
Trade
back by
Authority
annoying
here?
us.
Talk to the bartender at Viewport. Can't go in there. Here's Jake's. Wait, what the hell is Jake's? Wait, what the hell is this place?
I am legally required to remind you that management ain't responsible on account of something bad happening to you in here.
What the hell is... Wait, is this new? I've literally never been in Jake's.
Hey.
What the fuck? I've never been in this place.
If you got anything valuable on you, keep it close. Never know what might happen down here.
God, I can't hire you, can I?
Best watch your pockets around me. Just saying.
Rick, I don't like your attitude.
Yeah, well, newsflash, buddy. I don't like anything about you either. In fact, I dislike you with such conviction that I'm inclined to fight you right now. What do you say we go 10 rounds? Right here, right now.
God, I remember this. You aren't worth the effort. All right, let's do it, little man. Let's do it.
Well, luckily for you, I actually hurt my hand when I was punching some other assholes' lights out. Doc says it'll take a few weeks or months to heal. Yeah, we'll take a rain check. But once my hand heals, you're done for.
God, I wish you could get him on your team.
Oh, thank God. I was sick of hearing your voice.
God, okay. I don't think he would make sense for this run through, but holy shit, what a guy. Okay. Let's see. Golly, where is this Trade Authority area at? Oh, fuck it. Let's go into... Is this the Sanctum Universum? Or no, Enlightened. Shit, this ain't it. Okay. Let's see. Should I steal from this? I don't think I have enough digipicks. Good lord, where the fuck is anything down here?
There are always about a million things to do.
Can't find the Enlightened place. I can't find the Trade Authority. What the fuck? Oh, this is the House of the Enlightened.
Used to be an actuary. Now look at me.
Yeah, the sign could use some better contrast down here where everything's a little sepia toned. Okay. Hello, Andy. I'm looking for work. Who pays for all this? Raised Enlightened. I'm not sure I want to be part of the Enlightened anymore. That's not true. Who pays for... Well, no, we already know about all this. You take care, too. Where's my special treasure? Is this it? No. Where's my special treasure? Come on, I was promised a special treasure. Is this not the place? Stand clear. There's a locker here. Okay. No. What the fuck?
No, that's not.
requires a key. Oh, I remember that.
I don't think that's how it works. You've got to say.
Oh, is this it? This is not it. Wait, where is the special chest at? I thought it would be in here somewhere. Dog, I don't think it's in here. Hang on. Let's see. Status. Character. Yeah. You gain access to a special chest full of items in the House of Enlightened in New Atlantis. But where's it at? Andy, where is it at, dog?
We run a number of social programs, from financial aid to food banks.
I know people say it's
Where is it at, Andy? I don't fucking know, dude!
okay.
Okay, let's look back in here. With the scanner up. Well, no.
Programmer on board, but their shipboard system
What the fuck?
uses quantum synergy software to talk to the
Where is it at?
that malfunctions.
What the hell? Andy, where's our special chest at? Is this not the place to go for that? Hey, Andy.
Welcome to the House of Enlightenment.
I'm looking for work.
Perfect. It just so happens there's a task I need help with right now.
Okay, well, we do our best to help those in need.
Well said. Even when that person is a fellow member. Suffice to say, I'm glad you're here. As for the job, I need you to pick up a man named Tahir over at the medbay. He's recovering from some injuries and needs assistance getting back to his apartment. I'd like you to pick him up, grab a bite to eat, and take him home.
Okay. Why isn't the UC helping him?
That's a touchy subject. Tahir's had several run-ins with UC security, including tagging, theft, and brawls. He also blames the UC for the conditions in the well, not to mention his own personal difficulties.
Well, maybe
And
I blame
since
him.
He won't accept help from the authorities. The house is stepping in to provide some aid.
Andy, I can't do this.
All right, but if you change your mind, I'll be here.
Andy, that would be a violation of my moral code. Oh, here we go. Trade Authority. Right? Yeah. Okay.
Hi, how you doing?
Hello.
If there's something you need, no matter what it is, either I have it or I can get it. Welcome to the Trade Authority. If you're here on legitimate business, I would be more than happy to help you. If, however, you are here under false pretense, say, sent by one Miss Tsang of UC Distribution, then I'm afraid you'll find nothing illegitimate here to report to her. And I'd ask that you pass along my request to stop these silly games. So, what'll it be?
Oh my gosh. That's a strange way to introduce yourself.
Perhaps, but I'm quite confident in my business, and I refuse to be intimidated. Please, let me know if I can assist you further.
Okay, well, what have you got for sale?
Of course, of course.
Okay. Let's see. Let me look up real quick who buys scan data. Let's see. Where does sell survey data? Oh, Trade Authority just buys it too. As does someone named Phil Hill? Okay. Oh, Phil. Okay, gotcha. I see. Well, can I sell some here? I mean, I know you're not necessarily a Trade Authority kiosk, but can I sell some? I can sell this crap. I'm guessing not. Oh no, I can sell, yeah, it's listed under notes. Okay. Sure, I think we should sell it, right? Great. Okay. And then let's buy Samson's art. Some digipicks. Great. And I'll buy some regular meds, I think. Alright, sure. Oh, good
Need
talk.
anything else? You know where to find us.
Okay, okay. How the hell am I to get a bunch of money for this guy? Good lord. Okay. Well, maybe we fast travel on out of here. Right? I could sign up to do some basic work. Right? Yeah, let's do that. Let's do some basic-ass work for the cops. That'd be a good lead-in, I think. And get us a bit of cash. Okay, let's get up here. Andrasia 2, we need to head out. Okay.
Did you need... I was just thinking about you.
You were? Okay. Can you follow me?
Count me in.
Alright. And then, let's get on out of here. And let's go down to the, what do you call it, area?
Nowhere else in the galaxy. Quite like New Atlantis, huh?
There we are. At what point do I get access to the UC's mission board? I feel like you get access to their radiance pretty early on, but you have to talk to Lieutenant whatever his name is at Mast, I feel.
Okay, no bounty. You're clear. Enjoy your visit.
See if we saw someone around here who did have a bounty. Okay. Join now. Officers needed. Sign me up, baby. Okay. Hello, Sergeant Yumi.
Well, hello. You hear about the job by any chance? The officer over there can help you with any bounty issues.
A job? Tell me about it. Sure am. I saw the sign right outside. Can't say that I am. I've got enough to do right now. Yeah, of course I'm here about the job. I saw the sign outside. It's time for me to do my civic duty.
You did, huh? Gotta admit, I was against the sign at first. Felt cheesy, you know? Like we're hiring a dishwasher or one of those dancing clowns. But here you are. Can't argue with effectiveness. And if nothing else, New Atlantis security is just that. Effective. When we're fully staffed, that is. But we're not. Long story. And need some help. You interested?
Yumi, you know what? I've seen a lot of the settled systems. And I gotta tell you, I haven't seen a single dancing clown anywhere. Alright, definitely. Just tell me what I need to do.
Well, first things first, I have to ask. Do you have any security experience at all?
Lie. Oh, yeah, totally. I was head of security for the Astral Lounge on Neon for like 8 years. I had a run-in with the Crimson Fleet. Don't know if that counts. Honestly, no, but I'm a quick learner. Yeah, I had a run-in with the Crimson Fleet.
It sure counts for something. I mean, you're alive. And resilience is definitely an important trait for any officer.
I wonder if there would have been UC Vanguard reactivity right there.
I think I've heard all I need. Your first assignment couldn't be easier. Go to Mast and check in with Agent Plato at Aegis. There was a package left at a dead drop, and they need UC security to handle it. He'll fill you in on the details.
Okay. Sure. You mentioned Aegis? Who are they?
Aegis? They're basically UC intelligence. They help identify threats to New Atlantis before they become problems. While we're separate departments, there are times we need to rely on each other, so it's important to keep a good working relationship. We do Agent Plato this favor, and maybe he'll toss us some intel when an investigation stalled. Tit for tat. You know how it works.
Okay, sure.
Let me know if you have any questions.
Very well. What's going out here? Yeah, I guess I shouldn't be stealing. Right? Or should I? Yeah, who am I kidding? Of course I should be stealing. just because I'm a cop, especially a pro Vevictus cop, right? I should definitely be stealing, I feel. Right? I feel like I should definitely be stealing still. All right. Let's go over here, get that tracked up. Great. Head over to the choo-choo. Are we still calling them choo-choos? I don't know. Would you ever call like a monorail or a tram a choo-choo? I feel like you shouldn't. Right? I feel like they send you immediately to prison if you do that. All right.
Hi there, Captain.
Hello. Hello, Marika. Okay, I am very hungry and thirsty. Let's take care of that. Good. Alright. And then we need to head on up here. I don't know, maybe I can do freelance stuff for the UC Vanguard. Right? Do they just have mission boards just straight up out here? God, maybe they do. I don't remember the whole ordeal.
You swear to protect and defend the citizens of the United Colonies to the best of your abilities, and to uphold the values of the Vanguard, honor, loyalty, self-reliance in all your actions as members of the United Colonies Navy?
I do.
Then I'm proud to welcome you to the Vanguard. Now, you all have your assignments. Get out there and show them what the UC's made of. Supra et Ultra.
Okay.
Vanguard's open to everyone. UC born or otherwise.
Well, this is actually not the place I need to be. Let's head right over here. Great. And this is an information kiosk, right? Yeah. Mast. Defense research. Aegis. Great. Okay, hello.
The fewer people there are thinking about Aegis on a daily basis, the easier my job is. You are, of course, welcome at any time here in Mast. Same as anyone. Just be aware that you are being monitored.
Well, I was asked by UC Security to pick something up.
Ah, right. You're Sergeant Yumi's recruit. You're taller than I expected.
Thanks, I guess. You shouldn't assume. I'm not sure how you would know that. You shouldn't assume.
I shouldn't, but I always do. Part of the job, really. We're always trying to fill in the blanks. In any case, let me fill you in. We have a dead drop that we think has been compromised. So I'd like someone from UC Security to handle the pickup instead. Take the package back to Sergeant Yumi, and he'll check it in as evidence before it gets routed back to Aegis.
Am I being bait or something? Okay. What do you mean the location's been compromised?
We think non-UC affiliated groups have their eye on it, and are using it to identify field agents. Normally, we just burn the location, but we didn't get this intel until after the drop. So we're going to need non-Aegis personnel to do the pickup to cover our tracks.
Why meet with me personally?
Well, I told the sergeant that anyone hired for this job should get my stamp of approval first. Nothing personal. It's just this sort of work isn't part of your normal detail.
Okay, got it. Just tell me where to pick it up.
Take the NAT to the spaceport. There should be a Galbank ATM right next to the station. The package is taped under one of the benches. Grab it and deliver it to Sergeant Yumi and the job's done.
Okay, sure. What's in the package?
You really should know better than to ask for classified intel. What is this, your first day on the job? Don't worry, I'm just giving you a hard time. I still can't tell you what's in the package, though.
Okay.
Good luck with the mission.
Alright. Anything else good around here? Right. Fucking interrogation looking room. Jeez, you know what? At a glance, right? She does look kind of Andrasia-like, you know? Without getting too close a look at her face, right? And under the right lighting. She did, especially from behind. Tell me, would you know? Okay, let's see. Right over here. There we are. Oh, we're in the commander's office. Yeah, are there mission boards in here? No, there are not. Okay. I don't remember where the mission board is for all this. Okay. I don't know why it decided to have me go up there to Commander's Koala's place. Oh, you know what? I bet I know why. Because technically that elevator through vertical space is closer than this one through horizontal space. Right? I bet that's exactly it. It just picked like, if you have no clip turned on, the fastest route possible. Not accounting for the fact that a player would need to go out and then go back down. Okay. I think the last time we did this in our very first, like, Origin universe, this is where we met the Creamy Man, huh? Agent Plato's package. There we go. Sure. And let's go deliver that to Yumi. How much cash are we gonna get out of this? I feel like not nearly enough, right? Okay. Up in here. Hey, Sergeant Yumi. 30 minutes or less, huh? Or it's free?
Still have questions?
I got your package. Yeah, here we go, yeah. Hot and ready, huh?
Nicely done. It's really hard to find good help these days. That being said, my luck seems to be turning around. We've gotten a lot of new personnel as of late, not just you. Who knew all I had to do was put up a sign?
I wouldn't make a habit of recruiting people off the street. Glad it worked out. Whatever, just give me my credits. I wouldn't make a habit of recruiting people off the street.
Well, I have you now, so I probably won't hire another person for a while. Anyway, here's your payment. And if I have any more work for you, I'll let you know.
Okay, great. Whew, man, that was a lot. Okay, shit. Damn, dude, that's exactly what I needed. Do I have enough now? Shit, yeah, I can go hire that piece of shit. Y'all got any extra uniforms back here? I'm trying to roleplay. You know, I'm trying to get in character. Frontier attire? That's not what I want. Settler comfort wear. Bread. Cyberware. Security key card. Urban efficiency attire. Maybe I want that. Okay. Sure. How's that thing look? I mean, it's cop-like. Right? I guess it's cop-adjacent. Maybe.
People joke, say those Varun zealots worship a snake. But let me tell you, it ain't a snake. It's some kind of celestial being. They call it the Great Serpent. Is it real? Hell if I know. They think it is, and that makes them dangerous.
Okay. Let's go on over here. You know, having done the UC Vanguard quest arc and all this shit, and I guess the main story quest too, the first time around properly, at first, my first instinct would be to say, how did Andrasia and a whole, like, squad of Varun's zealot killers, armed and dangerous, manage to land here and get inside of the lodge, like, right in the heart of the city itself? How did they manage to do that? But let's be real. It's amazing that there aren't more, actually. Frankly, it's amazing that there weren't 10 times as many zealots in place to attack, right? Let's go over here.
I think I'm going to get my face worked.
Oh, no, wait. The viewport is what I want. There we are. Okay, Marika, get out of here.
Do you need something, Captain?
Let's see. You can return to your post now.
It's been a real pleasure, Captain. I wish you the best.
All right. And let's see. Simeon.
You picked a good day to drop by. Bartender's making them strong today. You in town for business?
God, he looks like Ilmo Koskela. or is it the other Koskela brother? He looks like one of the Koskela brothers for real. All right. Yeah, that's right. Official business.
Constellation?
Yep. You always
like
admired. Yep, we got something in common. Okay. Today's your lucky day. I'm looking for people.
Well, I'll be damned. What's your offer?
How about 16,500 big ones?
Sounds like a fair salary for your new weapons expert.
Double thumbs up. Okay. Cool. Yeah, go on the ship. But not really. I actually want you running around with me.
I'll head straight to my post and get to work.
Okay, just kidding.
Hey, Captain.
I want you to follow me for a while.
Finally, some action.
Okay.
Got a new assignment for me?
What do you use?
I've got plenty of room here.
Huh. Frontier attire. Okay. Sure. Okay. Can I ask you some personal questions?
No complaints here, boss.
Will you tell me more about your job at MAST?
I worked at DRIP in the UC Science Division. They're the department responsible for dreaming up new weapons tech for the military. Officially, I was a prototype tester, but my title should have been guinea pig. I was in charge of making sure everything the engineers came up with was safe. When a new weapon was developed, they'd have me take it to an uninhabited planet to put it through its paces. That way, if it blew up, I was the only guy that got hurt.
This job must seem boring by comparison. Personally, I wouldn't want to make my way as cannon fodder for the UC government. Do you ever have any close calls with something you were testing? Did you? What kind of name is Drip anyway? Did you ever have any close calls?
Plenty. Field work's always dangerous, but when you're dealing with experimental tech, close calls are basically a given. But that's half the fun of the job, if you ask me.
What kind of name is Drip anyway?
The kind of marketing exec felt real clever for coming up with. I mean, the whole department knows it's ridiculous. We have all kinds of jokes about it. If you're dripping on your desk, or call a plumber, there's a drip on this floor. Hilarious stuff. Even management got in on it.
Good lord. All right, I love it. I fucking love it. Okay. Let's see. Well, this job must seem boring by comparison.
Not at all. To tell you the truth, I'm happy to be out of the line of fire. Kind of nice to fly under the radar for a bit. It is weird not to be working for the UC anymore, though. I've had my eye on a job at MAST since I was a kid.
Okay, well, MAST must have been sorry to lose a dedicated citizen like you.
Yeah, my boss wasn't thrilled about how things ended. Neither were my parents. They were proud of the fact that all three of their kids worked for the UC.
What type of work does your family do for the UC?
My parents are military vets, both retired now.
Oh.
My dad was top brass during the Colony War, and my mom was a sniper for the UC Navy.
Oh, I see.
As for my siblings, all three of us ended up at MAST. My older sister, Georgia, works for the Office of Interstellar Affairs in the Administrative Division. Our brother Taylor's the family academic. He's a xenobiologist in the Scientific Division. His job makes my old gig at DRIP look like a cakewalk.
Sounds like New Atlantis would fall apart without your family. All that UC propaganda seems to have worked on your family. How long have your parents been retired? What makes Taylor's job so difficult? What's George's role at the Office of Interstellar Affairs? How long have your parents been retired?
They've both been retired from active duty for years. My dad served as a general until the armistice was signed, but he switched to teaching recruits after the war. Mom's a bit of a different story. She'd probably still be a part of the military if she hadn't been medically discharged for an injury sustained in the field. She had a close call with a laser weapon that left her blind in one eye. It was an instant death stroke for her sniping career.
Oh, so you take after her with your sniping expertise. What makes Taylor's job so difficult?
His bosses have him in the field cataloging every species of flying predator that lives in UC space. I guess Mass wants to make some kind of wildlife guide for travelers? I don't know how his team divided up the work, but it sounds to me like Taylor drew the short straw.
What the hell? I used to listen to a podcast that had a weekly rotating guest spot. Or not weekly, but daily rotating guest spot. And once a week, it would be this guy who specialized in making foam props from games and television and movies and all of that. And he ended up spinning that off into like his own business and all of that. Bill Duran of Punished Props. Really, really nice guy. But I distinctly remember his voice. And he sounds so much like this guy. Right? And there's no way it would be him, right? Because he's not in this line of work. He's not a voice actor, right? He's got his whole situation there making props and whatnot.
Conversation.
But even some of his cadence of speech, like his mannerisms of speech, are the same. It's really, really fucking weird for me to hear this. All right, what's George's role at the Office of Interstellar Affairs?
She's an operations director. It's a nice way of saying career bureaucrat. She's responsible for making sure ambassadors visiting New Atlantis get the royal treatment. It's not my cup of tea, but I'm glad she does it. It'll pay to have a diplomat in the family if things go south with the Freestar Collective again.
Okay, well, it sounds like New Atlantis would fall apart without your family.
It might. My dad always says you can't go a week at Mass without hearing the Bankowski name.
Oh my god, how folksy is this guy?
Without its most charming weapons tester to keep an eye on things.
Okay, what made you decide to leave Drip?
Just, wasn't the place for me anymore. A guy can only shoot off so many experimental weapons into space before he starts wanting more out of life. And I don't want to get into it, but there was a problem with my last assignment. The situation got out of hand and blew up in my face. It wasn't my first choice, but it was my only option. And that's all I'm going to say about it.
Oh, I thought he was going to say, like, literally, it blew up. Okay. Are we going to eventually learn more? How much depth is there to these, like, rando followers that aren't in Constellation? Do they have just as much, like, going on as the Constellation crew, barring the fact that, you know, they'll have debriefs after major arcs and, you can marry them, right? Those are the only differences, I would assume. Okay, I don't got any more questions right now.
Well, let's catch up again later.
Okay. Sure.
Howdy.
Alright, let's head on out, Bankowski. Should we sign up at the Vanguard immediately? I feel like, why wouldn't we? You know, I feel like, why would we not? Right? Yeah, why would we not do that? Okay. Let's go on and do that then. Let's see. Can I get a lead on that from one of the guards here?
Your files.
I don't think so.
Hey there.
Hello? Okay, we'll just head over to Mast. We know exactly where it's at. No comment on the cool statue? Okay. You know, I really thought there was going to be more to that statue. But truth is, they really just thought it was a cool statue. Right? Everybody always talks about this fucking statue like it was gonna be something fucking wild. And it was just a weird statue. You know? We go to fucking Aquila. I don't think there's any sort of whatever in Aquila that your team will comment on, huh? No, I guess they talk about the rock. Right? The bar. The building. Right? If you go by that. Huh. Okay. Well, let's go on over to Mast District. I guess maybe it just reminds me of when your followers in Mass Effect 1, I think, would comment on a similar, without spoiling anything, on something similar, which would turn out to be something more. in a location, a town that is not all too dissimilar from New Atlantis.
I'm gonna leave
in how it is like Star Trek aspirational, like Starfleet aspirational specifically. Okay, over here. Head on up this way. Chat with the commander here real quick. And we'll have to do our little test, won't we? Hello?
Welcome to Mast. If you have an appointment, you may proceed inside.
I don't have an
Don't have
appointment.
official business. We ask you remain in the lobby.
I'm looking for work. Know of anyone who needs a hand?
Most of Mast's employees have extensive training in their specific areas of expertise.
I'm very
But if you're interested in joining
well
the
trained.
UC, Commander Tuala of the Vanguard is just on the far side of the room. The Vanguard's open to anyone who can fly.
Okay. Well, I am still looking for work. Do you know anyone who needs a hand?
The Vanguard should be able to provide you with work going forward.
Okay. All right, good talk.
Stay safe.
We're here. Hello, Commander John Tuala.
What do we got here? Another applicant to the UC Vanguard? Interested in doing some good for the people of the United Colonies, all while earning your citizenship and credits to boot?
Sounds interesting. Tell me more. I think you have me confused with someone else. United Colonies native. Wait, I was born in the UC. I'm not a citizen already? Oh, we gotta say that.
Oh, well, no. UC citizenship is earned through service to the UC. Should have covered that in your civics classes. But if you're that interested, I'm happy to help you get started in applying to join the UC Vanguard right now.
Okay. Well, sure. Ooh, I got hungry and thirsty. Sounds interesting. Tell me more.
Glad to hear it. Signing up simple. All you've got to do is pass a flight exam and make it through one probationary mission and you're in. We'll have you working your way to UC citizenship in no time.
Okay, I'm game. Just tell me what I need to do next. Not exactly. What exactly is the Vanguard? What exactly is the Vanguard again?
We're the United Colonies volunteer fleet. Any captain can join, regardless of origin. Get to fly your own ship and earn credits as you help the people in the most distant reaches of the United Colonies, all while earning your way to UC citizenship. Put in the time, and citizenship is guaranteed.
What sort of work would I be doing if I enlisted?
Vanguard work is as needed. When we've got jobs, we'll make them available to you. But the work itself, well, it runs the gamut. Sometimes you might be hunting down hostile ships on behalf of the UC Navy, or you might be called up to help the Science Division clean up some invasive species. Hell, we've even been asked to help take on the occasional terramorph. And sometimes we just need cargo support. Not every job's glamorous, but the Vanguard only gets called in for the ones where there's a chance of seeing action. Wherever the UC needs us, the Vanguard is there.
Why would I want to become a UC citizen?
Well, other than becoming a member of the greatest faction in the galaxy, you'd get access to discounted services on any UC world, credits to help you get on your feet. You'd even be able to buy property right here in New Atlantis. Citizenship unlocks it all, and signing up for the Vanguard is the fastest way to earn it.
Right, okay. Yep, I'm game. Just tell me what to do, what I need to do next.
Well, all right. Take the elevator down to the Vanguard Orientation Hall. You can get started at any of the registration terminals. The system will walk you through the rest. And if you've got any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Okay, great. Well, let's go on through here. Oh, we're not even tracking our quest properly. Let's take care of that. Oh, whoops. There we are. Good. Okay. Orientation hall. Great. And should I eat and drink here real quick? Probably. There we go. Good. Lovely. All right. Great. Let's get registered. Applicant name, Lila, current bounty 0. To register for your examination, please select enlistment agreement. Note, any outstanding UC bounty must be paid before proceeding. Okay. Yep, yada yada, I agree. We've read this before, huh? Consent documented. You may proceed to the examination chamber through the orientation hall. Okay.
Registration accepted. You may now proceed through the historical displays in the orientation hall, or continue on to the examination.
Ooh, you know what? I kind of want to hear some of these again. Right? These were pretty good.
In 2150, humanity learned the Earth's magnetosphere would collapse sometime in the next half-century, eliminating all life on the planet.
What are all these circles?
But the secure transport of an entire civilization would demand a new kind of cooperation, a new kind of courage.
What is all that shit?
Thus, in 2159, the United Colonies were formed to make that journey possible. Just 1 year later, the Galileo, the first of many colony ships, touched down here on Jemison, beginning a new era of human history, the age of the United Colonies.
Is that supposed to be New Atlantis? Oh. Yeah, on this? What's with all these, like, arcane runes, right? Flying around the Earth. What the hell is that? Huh. Okay. Weird. I mean, granted, they don't look arcane in nature, they look technological in nature. But still, very, very peculiar. Hello?
By the way, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Apparently he's got some work.
Oh, okay. Sure. Earth as it once was. Sure, sure. New factions rise. I want to hear this.
The United Colonies strove to provide all their citizens with opportunity, security, and peace. But there were those among the UC that still wanted something more. Independence. So in 2161, the UC issued the Centaurus Proclamation, granting UC citizens the right to settle distant worlds and form their own sovereign powers. It wasn't long before the first new faction, the Free Star Collective, was formally organized in 2188, later followed by House Varun, revealing themselves to the universe in 2230.
Frankly, I am shocked that there were two other factions, according to this, right? And I don't see any reason why they would have to lie with regards to this. But I'm surprised that the very next major faction following the UC was the Freestar Collective, followed by House Varun. You know, that there isn't another faction that, like, tried to get going and almost did it, but for whatever reason failed. You know? I'm surprised that there wasn't one that just straight up did not work out. That said, maybe we're in the midst of something like that happening, you know? I feel like the Freestar Collective, as we know them in Starfield, is not long for this world, right? I feel like the Neon version of the Freestar Collective is going to be what we really get. Okay, House Varun.
It was only in 2230 that the faction known as House Varun first made contact with the rest of the settled systems. Founded by the passengers of a colony ship that had left New Atlantis and disappeared 4 decades earlier, House Varun was a faction unlike any other. A theocracy dedicated wholly to the beliefs of its isolationist founder, Janan Varun. House Varun initially made overtures of peace towards the rest of the settled systems. They claimed their only intention was to spread the word of their god, the Great Serpent. But none could have guessed that this worship might take the form of a bloody war. The Serpent's Crusade.
Right. Yeah, it's very cool looking looking at all this stuff now that we have so much more context for it all.
The Freestar Collective was initially founded in 2188, when the citizens of Aquila banded together with the pleasure city of Neon in mutual defense. But in 2194, after the deployment of a UC medical star station in orbit around their world, the citizens of Narion also requested to join the collective. The resulting rise in tensions between the Freestar Collective and UC culminated in the settled system's first intergalactic conflict, the Narion War. Despite a decisive victory by the UC, the colonies permitted the citizens of Narion to join the collective, forming the basis for the fiercely independent union that persists to this day.
Okay. Anything else?
Looking for the exam room? Just down the hall.
Simeon, what do you make of all
help?
this? Nope. Okay.
Farewell.
Serpent's Crusade.
Beginning in 2240, House Varun forces declared all-out war on the rest of human civilization, initiating the Serpent's Crusade. Over the next 23 years, thousands of Freestar, UC, and independent souls were killed by agents of House Varun in the name of their serpent god. It was only with the death of their founder in 2263 and the succession of his heir Jarek that House Varun finally sued for peace. There remained, however, select members of House Varun who refused to recognize the cessation of hostilities their leaders established. Even after House Varun's mysterious disappearance, these zealots remain a threat to all who encounter them. Their pacification, a goal of all space.
You know what? In seeing this here, right? How they kind of gloss over the means of the death of their leadership, of Jarek. I'm kind of surprised that it wasn't a big revelation in Shattered Space that actually, like, the UC was involved somehow, right? That somehow the UC and, like, MAST and shit, like, their starship, their, like, space CIA was involved and manufactured the assassination of Jarek Varun. You know? Part of me is surprised that that wasn't the case, right? They saw them as, like, a threat to, the UC sovereignty or something like that. And so they had a plan in place to take them out, you know? Part of me is surprised that did not end up coming to light. Okay. Conflict among the stars.
Of the many conflicts between the galaxy's factions, none was more brutal than the recent colony war between the UC and the Freestar Collective. Set off by the unauthorized Freestar colonization of Vesta's Pride in 2308, a direct violation of the Narion Treaty, the colony war spread quickly across the galaxy. Both sides deployed every tool at their disposal. Armadas of warships, mechanized combat platforms, or mechs, even bioengineered alien creatures, the infamous UC xeno-weapons. It was only in 2311 at the Battle of Cheyenne that the scales finally tipped. The Freestar Collective, utilizing their civilian fleet as a human shield, successfully crippled the superior United Colonies Navy. After their shocking victory against the galaxy's greatest navy, the Freestar Collective offered terms of peace, which the colonies, out of an interest in staving off any further human costs, accepted. The galaxy has been rebuilding ever since.
Yeah. Not even any mention of Vevictus, right? Okay. Battle of Nera.
Few untouched by the colony war. But nowhere could the viciousness of modern warfare be seen more clearly than on the Freestar planet of Nira. Initially occupied by invading United Colonies forces as a forward operating position, repeated attempts to take and retake the planet by collective forces led only to devastation. Swaths of the world were transformed into scorched husks, a nightmarish testament to the depths of human ingenuity and human cruelty. And today, Nira remains a continuing reminder to the horrors of unfettered war.
Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised that there's not more planets like that, right? That you go to, they're just like huge fucking radioactive junk-ass planets, you know? I'm surprised that we didn't make more of a mess of shit. Also, another thing that I'm surprised by, right, from sort of the start of our first playthrough, I really thought that we would at least encounter one enemy mech, and it never happened, right? Despite how intricately modeled they are, you know? And how much teasing there is about it. Golly. It really felt as though we were going to get that. Okay.
I really hope this is just a phase.
I can't stop staring at it. A real terramorph.
Right, isn't this the kid who wanted to, like, become one or something?
All 4 of my last science papers have been on terramorphs.
I bring her here almost every day to stare at this thing.
Oh man, you know what we should have done after the attack in the city? I wonder if we could have come back here and talked to this kid. Right? Huh.
In the midst of the colony war, a different kind of tragedy struck the UC city of Londinian. A newly constructed but critical supply center for the United Colonies war effort, Londinian found itself overrun by one of the galaxy's most mysterious predators, the Terramorph. A rare but pervasive threat to all human-settled worlds, Terramorphs swept over the city, seemingly out of nowhere, on a scale never before seen in recorded history. Valiant efforts by the UC military slowed the onslaught, but the creatures proved unstoppable. Ultimately, the decision was made to destroy the Londinian spaceport, sealing off the city, the outbreak, and its citizenry from the galaxy at large. The tragedy of Londinian is mourned by the UC to this day.
Man, yeah, a lot of this art here of Londinian and the Terramorphs and stuff and the UC fighting them, a lot of it is very, a lot of it is pulling a lot from, like, Verhoeven's, what do you call it? Starship Troopers, right? You know, the shit that Helldivers 2 is sort of, heavily inspired by. Right? Huh.
Dad wanted me to apply for the administration track at school, but I'm going to be a xenobiologist. It's science division or nothing.
Okay. Yeah, the Armistice.
After the devastation wrought by the colony war, the UC and the Freestar Collective came together to ratify a treaty that became known as the Armistice. Both sides agreed to a vast reduction in standing forces, and that xenoweapons and mech warfare would be outlawed. All related research was sealed away, accessible only in cases of dire emergency. But the Collective had another demand, that the active commanders of the UC military stand trial for their actions. The United Colonies, in the interest of peace and galactic security, agreed. In 2311, 3 United Colonies senior officers were found guilty. Commander Henry Durant, General Indira Rastogi, and Fleet Admiral Francois Sanon, known better as Ve Victus. All were sentenced to death for their actions, bringing the colony war to a close and returning peace to the galaxy at long last.
And was it Rastogi who is also still alive or something like that? Who was the contact that Ve Victus has you, like, meet with? Right? Was it Rastogi? And what happened to Durant? Or maybe Durant was still around too. Right? Maybe they both were. Well, or I should say all three. Okay. Very fascinating. Yeah, it's so wild looking at these sorts of, like, scientific crimes against humanity with regards to the Terramorphs and, like, the mech super weapons platforms. And then we're kind of, having just done the Ryujin Industries arc, sort of the wild implication of all that,
how they move between
right?
Planets. I wonder if they can grav
Like,
or something.
I almost wonder if Terramorphs would not be actually kind of well suited to fighting someone with an internal neuroamp, given their own psionic ability, right? Yeah, if you think about it, both the Freestar through Ryujin, through like their neon arm, and the UC have, through some less than savory means, do have access to some version of psionics, because the Terramorphs absolutely exhibit, like, psionic capabilities. And, give it a few more iterations for the internal neuroamp, and just how far can you go with that fucking thing?
You know it was some UC general that condemned Londinian? Gave it over to these things. One of these murals said he was executed after the war. Might have gotten off too lightly.
I don't think so, sir. You fucking take that back. Okay. Oh, the Vanguard is born.
Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
Thank you.
It was into this new world that the Vanguard was born. An official branch of the UC Navy, the Vanguard is the United Colonies Volunteer Fleet, serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy they may be.
Very interesting. Yeah, I do have to wonder, right? I think there's a world in which you could envision the UC Vanguard actually being like really fucking dope, Like, honestly, take away a lot of the, like, jingoism and propaganda and all of that shit, and, like, honest to God, they could be, like, I don't know, how many steps removed are they from, like, a citizen's militia, A lot of the points of friction come from them being, like, a supplemental force, where there's other military bodies and divisions that have, I don't know, superiority, authority over them, right? Like, they're bottom of the barrel, as far as we know, right? The UC Vanguard are like the first in, the first to get, like, fucking carved up and everything, I don't know. Huh. Very fascinating. Yeah, let me hear this one again.
This new world that the Vanguard was born.
Oh, and the way in which it's like a response to the actual citizens militia that the Freestar had.
Serving a myriad of security, logistical, and reconnaissance roles. And after a sufficient length of service, UC citizenship is guaranteed to every Vanguard member. Open to all captains, regardless of origin, the Vanguard is leading the charge to protect and support the citizens of the United Colonies, wherever in the galaxy.
Yeah, it's like a case of a carrot on a stick and a whip, right? spurs on your boots or whatever, right? Whichever you prefer. With the spurs being the rest of the UC's military body, and then the carrot being UC citizenship, right? Whereas, as far as I know, does the Freestar Collective have like a formal path to citizenship in the same way? I don't even know. I feel like given the fact that they're a collective, it's way more likely that you just show up and like, okay, yeah, you're operating in our space, sure. If you're not with the UC, I guess you're with us, you know, right? I don't know. How does it work being like formally declaring yourself for the Freestar? I'm surprised that we don't have more interaction with people who were either descendants of or in some way tied to that militia, right? The one that where they all kind of voluntarily threw themselves here and were subjected to fucking Vivictus like running them over. You know? I don't know. Huh. Cause that's the idea that they have stolen from here with the Vanguard, right? That's another part of the UC's seedy underbelly, is they were like, well, you know what? It was actually pretty beneficial for them to have this immense civilian citizens militia. But how can we get that? Except maybe we want more control, right? What if we had that, but more control over the whole situation? Huh. Okay. Golly, yeah, coming back through here, looking at it this way, I don't know, I think I'm selling myself more on the Freestar Collective. You know, I think I'm selling myself more on them. The real big drawback, though, is that they are way too laissez-faire with a lot of shit, right? Because you, right, you have got Neon cropping up, and there are really horrible things happening on Neon. I don't mean just like the gang-related, like, physical violence and drug abuse and everything erupting there. I mean, like, crimes against humanity are going to be pouring out of that place. All right. I feel like how many years are we away from Neon supplanting Aquila as like the basis by which or sort of like the base of operations for the Freestar, you know? Like they'll become the dominant Freestar culture or secede and become their own deal, you know? Huh. Okay.
No one is born a United Colony citizen. Only through service to the UC can one hope to earn one's citizenship. But the UC prides itself on taking care of its people. Cost of living controls mean citizens pay less than their foreign counterparts for needs big and small. All citizens are issued a grant upon joining to get themselves on their feet. And only UC citizens have the opportunity to purchase property, getting the chance to live in one of the most beautiful cities in the settled systems. By joining the Vanguard today, you too can begin earning your place here, in the heart of galactic civilization, as a citizen of the United Colonies.
Right. Yeah, very fascinating as well in that because of this, when it would be that every citizen of the UC is in some way militarized, right? Everyone has some sort of military background on some level, right? Regardless of whether you were like someone who was boots on the fucking ground or doing like maintenance tech or anything like that, right? You would in some way have gone through the, I don't know, propaganda machine, as it were. Huh. Okay. Yeah, very, very fascinating to come through this museum again, knowing all that we know, right? Incredibly fascinating. All right, the pilot simulator, my god. This might be a fucking nightmare and a half. Right, I think last time we did this, we didn't even have it set on extreme. Right? Holy shit, imagine how tough it's gonna be now. That said, we got a few perks. Not nearly enough, though.
Welcome, applicant, to the piloting simulation chamber. Please enter the designated simulation pod to initiate your exam.
Alright. Well, I think maybe we ought to call it here for now. And when next we return, we'll do at least one or so of these piloting maneuver things, right? We'll keep going until we run into a major issue, and then we won't try anymore, right? We'll just proceed from there, because if I remember correctly, you can always come back and do it if you would like. Which I feel like, you know, maybe for this character we should really make a honest attempt at trying to do it, right? We'll see. Alright, well, until next time, please take care of each other.